Thursday's Hotbeat on November 11, 2021. We have started with the song called 질투가 좋아, Like Jealousy by 멜로망스. Hello to all of our Hotbeat fam. I'm the Hotbeats DJ Howon of W24, your hoodie. Welcome to Thursday's Hotbeat. Today is actually, fun fact, 11/11. It is Pepero Day. Yes. Those stars that are beautiful, beautiful just like you. And then the girl said actually that she told this guy that she had eaten chicken feet. And this guy sent this message saying, I can go to bed worry-free tonight because I can feel your happiness. Thank you. And then she also wrote like 크크크, which is like ha 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 in Korean. And just by even like writing this to the guy, 당신의 웃음이 날 기쁘게 만드는 거 혹시 알까요? Okay, so even like in this like kind of light conversations that the girl and the guy had, the guy was just too emotional. He was too expressive of his feelings. And so the girl felt too much and she felt too, I guess, awkward about this. So she left him. I'm going to say that I understand why the girl left him. I would have left him too if I was the girl. I've actually never had this experience before, thank God. I've never had like, a girlfriend or a lover who would be like, telling me this kind of like messages all the time. Maybe like a letter. I don't know, like if the person wanted to be a little bit more expressive and they wanted to write it down on a letter telling you on a metaphor, we usually call these kind of things metaphors, right? Or like, I don't know, poems or whatever it is. I don't know. Or like a song. I don't know. It could be a song. If it was something like that, I would actually understand why they wanted to do it that way. But, let me talk to you about this like little side story about my friend. So this friend, I even had this friend who actually had a boyfriend. So she had a boyfriend. And I actually didn't like the guy just by first sight because I knew how this guy was. But once she told me that they almost broke up because he asked her to have like vacations, summer vacations, and only communicate through letters, like no phones. And just like letters. And I was like, what? The whole summer vacation, which is like 2 to 3 months, the guy only decided to talk to her through letters. Like it was like in the, I don't know, like we're living in 1980s or something. I was like, really? You want to still be with this guy? And she was like, and she had those doubts back then. I was like, he's too weird and emotional. And like, I don't know. He said the reason why he wanted to even do this was because he wanted to figure out if we were able to keep the relationship just by even, having through letters and not communicate through phones. And I was like, I don't know, get a life. I was so shocked back then. I'm going to ask this to Aivan and see what he thinks about this after we listen to a song, guys. So we'll be back with our Thursday segment, Stuck in the Middle A or B. The song is Wow Thing by 슬기, 신비, 청아, and 전소연. Time to find out your choice between two answers to a difficult dilemma. Stuck in the middle, A or B. The ultimate sentimental guy. Sorry about that. Aivan, welcome back.
The sentimental guy is here in the studio.
Yes, I'm actually very, very excited to have you here because I wanted to ask the question.
Yes.
I was talking about this with my Hobby fam right before you came in. I was telling them. So we're like,
okay.
And so the girl broke up with the guy. And I was saying to all of our Hobby listeners about a personal experience of my friends where she was asked to only talk or communicate through letters during summer vacations. So no phones, no texts, just letters.
Like handwritten letters?
Yes.
Do they live in the same city?
No.
They're in different cities?
Yes.
And they would prefer to give back and forth
Letters.
instead of calling
Exactly.
or video calling?
Exactly.
When is this? Is this like
2016.
1984?
No, 2016.
2016.
Yes.
Okay, that does not make sense. There's definitely something going on.
I cannot say a bad word here right now, but yes. It's total.
I mean, I think it's a waste of
Dump.
time. Like, if you are in a
trash.
relationship, I mean, why not spend that precious hours talking with your lover, or like, I don't know, just like video calling
I
them.
know.
You would have to. I mean, I know, like when we're
Cringy for me.
so that they break up.
No, they're married. They got married.
So I guess the girl, she was also kind of okay with that process. during
No,
the summer
she
break.
actually came up to me and she talked to me about this.
Mhm.
And she actually said it very seriously.
Of course.
For the first time through like our relationship, because I mean, I knew her since college.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew about how they were going out for a long time. And I came back from military service and then she was talking to me, I have this issue with my boyfriend. And he's, he gave me this suggestion and I got really mad at him. And apparently, I think they did it or they did not do it. I don't know what it was. But she was just really, really concerned about breaking up with him.
Of course, I would be too. I mean, to be honest, if I'm in this situation, I would be so suspicious.
Exactly.
Of the guy.
Yeah. Why do you want to only communicate through
I know.
letters
Are you
with
hiding
me?
something from
Exactly.
me?
Are you going out with someone else?
Exactly.
And you just want to hide it because
I know.
And I was so shocked. And fun fact.
Fun fact. Dun dun.
I've met the guy now that
Oh.
they're married.
Oh.
They actually came because they live in Boston.
Okay.
And they came to Korea this summer break.
Mm-hmm.
And they visited me in my company and we had coffee and I got to talking to him and he actually, because it was the first time that I actually talked to him seriously.
Uh-huh.
I mean I've seen him and I've said
You
hi
actually
to
got
him.
to know him.
Exactly, I got to know him for the first time and then they have a baby and she's beautiful.
Aw.
And they were trying to I was actually having a great conversation with the guy.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, he seemed to be a very
So
nice
it turns
person.
out he's a totally fine guy.
Yeah, he just had this like moment of like
I guess it was just like an experimental phase.
I don't know. It
where
was
they
like,
just wanted to try out.
yeah, I don't know. It was like an epilepsy or something. I have no idea.
Let's be honest. There is something with letters. That's kind of true.
I mean, I'm not saying
There
it's a
is
bad
that
thing.
sentimental thing that's attached
I get
to
it.
the form of letters.
Because like in the
Elementary.
yeah,
Instead of being like the main source.
of course.
And some people would actually think this is kind of romantic. To be
Yeah,
honest, some people
yeah.
would.
I
But
don't.
me and Hody were both like, no.
Yeah. I guess maybe I'm too realistic, but I am also a very sentimental guy.
Okay.
I think I will be able to like say these like kind of like cringy things to my girlfriend.
So let me give you a question then.
Yeah.
Is there like any of those romantic cringy phrases that you told your ex-girlfriends before? If you
maybe
could come up with one.
Maybe like you're more beautiful than the stars.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Something like that.
Uh-huh,
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
You're even more prettier than stars.
Yeah.
That's-
Maybe like in a letter or something.
You would
once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, that's very, very nice.
Yeah. But not like every single day, every single time.
But I think there's something with letters. Because me, myself, I'm not really of an expressive guy. I'm really bad at expressing my emotions. But when I do write letters, I tend to become
A little bit more sentimental.
comfortable and sentimental with my expressions. So in that way, I think written form of messages are also a
Yeah.
good way to deliver your feelings.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to express myself these days a lot though.
Express yourself.
Yeah, I'm a really bad expressive. I'm really bad at expressing my feelings.
Are you?
Yeah, but like correctly
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
detailedly.
I mean, that's like the unsolved mystery of humanity. We all
know.
need to work on that.
It's so
That's how we
hard.
kind of develop to become mature human beings in the end.
Thank you.
So we're getting there.
All right, so that was a little side story we want to talk about in the beginning for today's Stuck in the Middle A or B.
I want to do the A or B, please.
I don't know if this is going to be anything related to our today's Stuck in the Middle A or B theme, though. But anyways, we'll get into it. But first, Ivan is going to introduce the rules or the segment for us.
Sure. Every week we give you you a very difficult dilemma where you must make a tough choice. Then Howon and I will each pick a side, and the loser will be determined by your messages. We give the topic 1 week earlier, and you pick one of the 2 given choices and let us know by sending in messages. Whoever gets more messages, either Howon or I will win, and the loser will have to do the punishment.
And we actually might end up picking the same choice. If the listener's majority's choice is not the same as our choice, we actually both get the punishment. But if the listener's majority's choice is the same as our choice, we are exempted from it. So, what is today's dilemma?
Yes, the dilemma for today, stuck in the middle, is this. 피디님 music cue.
QQQ.
Today's dilemma. What if you could be super rich in one part of your life only? A. I'd rather be super rich when I am young. Or B. I'd rather be super rich when I'm old. So it's a question of young and rich or
Old and rich.
old and rich.
Yeah. Fun fact, I actually did the Instagram poll,
Me too.
but I'm having my doubts again.
Are you? I'm quite certain with what I'm going with.
Oh,
today.
really?
So Howon, did you make your choice?
I think I did.
Okay, which choice are you going with, Howon?
I'm gonna go with B.
I'm going with A.
Oh,
Ooh.
really?
Yes.
All right, so Howon,
Ivan, we
picked
picked
your
your choice.
Wow.
Howon,
Wow.
I feel betrayed.
I feel betrayed too.
I thought you would definitely go with A. Come on.
I thought I was gonna go with A too,
Uh-huh.
but I thought about it, and I thought about the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I am rich when I'm young, then I'm gonna be poor when I'm old.
True.
And if I'm poor when I'm young,
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be poor, but like,
but
Just-
yeah,
yeah, just you're just
standard,
living. Uh-huh.
yeah. And I'll be rich when I'm older.
Mhm.
I thought about myself. I think it's better to be rich and old.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you'd rather just like build up to get there in the end.
Yeah.
Interesting. For me, on the opposite end,
Uh-huh.
I really value experiences in life.
Of course.
And health
Yeah.
is like the most important thing for me at this point. So I'm like, if I could travel across the world, do everything I want to do, try out stuff, buy stuff.
Right.
I would rather do that when I'm
When
young.
you're young, yeah.
And my
yeah.
definition of young is like until mid 40s.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I was also thinking that way. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to choose A. Because there are those things that you can only do when you're young.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's much easier for you to perform when you're
There's
young.
a reason why they say young and rich, right?
Exactly.
But I thought about it again, and I thought to myself how my life would be like.
Mm.
And I realized that being, I guess, standard living or poor and young, and getting to be able to be thankful for all those little things in life and then enjoy that when I'm older,
Mm.
I thought it would be way much better. And also, when I'm saying old, I'm talking about 40 after.
Exactly, like senior life.
Like 40, starting of like early 40s to like, the rest of the
That's
years.
kind of young, isn't it?
I don't know, 40
My
is not that
definition of
young.
old is like after retirement.
Like 60s.
Like senior.
Okay, I thought it was like 40s to like,
Well, yeah, that's like the gray area for this debate.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
So I do understand that kind of point of view.
When I'm talking about young, I'm talking about like the 20s and 30s. And I'd rather experience those like hardships when I'm younger than when I have to go when I'm old and be like all like cringy and be like all like cranky and be like, where is my, because you've experienced so much richness and then you suddenly you're
Could be.
poor and you'd be like, where is,
Because human beings tend to be very comparative
yeah,
to our different points of our lives.
right.
So as you said, if we had like a fabulous youth and you end up being this average guy when you're old, I mean, there could be that sense of isolation that you feel from there. But in my case, me, it's more like my definition of life is when you're young, it's all about experiencing stuff. Even with buying new clothes or new cars, it's all about the
Right.
experience of it,
Yeah.
right? And for me, the life after retirement, it's all about relationships. From there, it's like your relationship with your wife, your family,
Right.
your friends, your neighbors. So in that sense, I was like, when I get old, do I think I need that much money? I don't think so.
Right,
So
right.
that's the reason why I chose my kind of side.
It's hard. I
It
think
is.
it just depends on like what kind of life you want.
Yes, that's so
Yeah.
true. And everyone has different values.
Values and points of view. So
Exactly.
yeah, I totally understand the POV.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
So I
POV is such a
really
good
do.
song. Sorry, Ariana Grande song.
It is a
Great
good
song.
song.
Yeah,
It's a great song.
Sorry.
But anyway, I do wonder what our listeners would have to say about
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I know. So we're going to listen to a song, and I'll be back to continue our Stuck in the Middle ARB, the messages that Ivan was just talking about from our hobby fam. The song we have right now is "Money" by Lisa from Blackpink. This is HOTBEAT's DJ Howon, and you're listening to our Stuck in the Middle ARB, our Thursday segment with Ivan. Today, again, one more time, let's talk about the dilemma.
What if you could be super rich in one part of your life only? A, I'd rather be super rich when I am young, and B, I'd rather be super rich when I'm old.
Right. Old and rich or young and rich?
Yes.
Young and rich or old and rich?
Yes. First story.
Yes, please.
Flying in from villains. Paulina says, hello, Howon and Ivan. This time I choose A.
Uh-huh.
I want to be super rich when I'm young because when I'm young, I want to buy more things to myself. And when I'm young, I want to travel more. And when I'm old, I just want to remember all the things that I bought to myself and also remembering all the good memories when I traveled across all the places that I wanted to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just like
Straight on
Ivan was
point.
talking about.
In the end, it's all about remembering your life.
Remembering.
It kind of, I think it would be like the drive and the motivation to your life, like recalling those good times from the back and just like looking at all those pictures. And like, that'd be awesome. No?
Yeah. No, I understand.
You do?
Yeah.
But what is your attitude? You're just like,
No. Oh, sorry.
Yeah?
No. I was thinking about something else.
Were you?
Yeah. No, I agree.
No, I thought you had something to say about
No.
this.
I agree with you. I
Oh.
agree with you, but I'm trying to see how I can, discuss my point of view.
Oh,
How your point of
okay.
view of B, how to contradict this.
I mean, there's
But-
many ways to contradict this.
Yeah, really?
Of course.
I mean, because I understand that this is the reason why I was in the doubt of like A and B,
Of
because
course.
I understand A, and I actually would also like to live in my young rich self, but when I think about it, I don't know. I think it's better to be comfortable in your old life.
That also makes sense.
Yeah.
Like going on cruise boat tours all across the world.
do whatever you want when you're old,
And you have no financial worries.
Exactly. First of all, no financial worries. You can actually even help your next generation.
Ah,
Your children
yes.
can be way much better off. Although I think if I did have children, I would not let them have money. I would actually let them experience the same way that I did. Probably give them all my fortune.
So do you
and my
think you would
riches.
donate all your remaining like?
No.
You wouldn't.
I mean, I would.
You say you're
donate.
not going to give your children the money.
I'm not gonna give them the money when they're young.
Okay.
Probably like lock it down until they're like 40 or something.
And then you would pass it down.
Exactly as
gradually.
how I did it. Yeah.
Cool.
Of how I experienced it. If that worked out well. If it didn't, probably I would do it the opposite way. I mean, who knows? I mean, I've never parented before, so yeah. Anyways, let's talk about the next message.
Yes.
We have Tassin from Bangladesh saying, hello, I choose A, because with all the money, I could finally invest on real estate.
That's so true.
That's so realistic, Tassin. And then buy everything that I need for my collection. I have 7 sets of collections, by the way. Plus, I would
Wow.
set up my life in such a way that even my future great-great-grandchildren won't have to suffer that comes from not having enough money, such as like shelter, education, food, etc. My great-grandmother realized that even senior people like herself needs money to survive because they get sick much easier than young people. Yeah.
so true.
So true. We do need money when we're old, but we may not be able to attend those needs by ourselves because our old minds are not sturdy as when we are young. So we will need a younger attendant for that. But what if that attendant becomes greedy and then abuses my money for personal gain? Now that would be scary.
That would be scary.
Now that is a drama.
That is a drama.
I think that would be a great topic for a drama. Yeah, you should pitch this in for those broadcast stations. But yes, I actually understand. Yeah. Another reason why I chose when I'm old, I'd rather be rich is because of those expenses that go out that are way expensive when you're older.
That's very true, especially related to your health care.
Yeah.
It does cost a lot of money.
So imagine yourself you have no money and then you're sick.
Yeah, but right now we're talking about, the dilemma says it has to be either one part of your life, whether it's earlier in your life or later in your life. But realistically speaking, when you're young and rich, you're old and rich. Realistically speaking. Unless you're just using all the money for
True.
all the stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't it true?
It is true.
If you invest
just
in the right,
Tassin did, yeah.
at least you would have a place to live in.
Yeah.
If you're young and rich.
If you buy a house, then it's yours.
Yeah. So maybe that's the reason many of our listeners might have chosen A. But just to make it clear, our question says today it has to be one part of your life only.
Right. Only one part.
So even if we are super rich when we're young, in the end we're just average.
When you're older. All right. Next message.
Mine from Turkey says, "Hello, beautiful human beings. Howon and Ivan. Hello, beautiful
human beings.
Of course, I choose A. How do I enjoy that money when I'm old? I'm sure I would have enjoyed money more when I am a young, super rich person. While I'm still in good health. I could travel and see many, many different countries. Yes, of course, if I am rich when I am old, maybe I would appreciate wealth, spend money more carefully. But wait, no, that's not me. Because my philosophy is this. Spend when you have money. You can't spend when you don't have it anymore.
Of course.
I hope I don't end up on the streets one day because of this mindset. You will not.
Yes, you'll not. Everyone around you is going to take care of you. Don't worry about that, Mine, but yes.
But that is kind of true, if you look back on the statistics of lottery ticket winners, many of them end up being broke again. Statistically.
Yeah.
Because some people actually are very not careful in terms of using money.
Spending.
Exactly. So maybe too much money when you're young could react as a poison to your life.
I think I'm that kind of person.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm a person who is not very careful with their spending. If I have money, I just spend it, which is the reason why my dad also got, allowances through my mother. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah.
Yeah.
I completely understand.
Yeah, in my case, I'm very careful with spending money. So I think that's the reason why I would rather just manage the money I have when I'm young.
Really?
Yeah.
If I had money right now, out of the blue, I would buy an apartment so fast.
I mean, that's kind of smart.
Oh,
to be honest, right now in the real estate market, it is time, guys.
I don't know.
But still, that's funny.
All right, next message we have is from Kim from Peru saying, Hola, Aivan y Jody, escojo la opción A, so it's A. Preferiría ser súper rica mientras aún soy joven porque siento que de esa manera podría disfrutar mejor de mi dinero. Ir de viaje, comer comidas deliciosas, practicar deportes extremos y ir a conciertos de mis artistas favoritos, etc. Son cosas que siento que no podría hacer con la misma intensidad cuando sea mayor por limitaciones del cuerpo, cansancio sería riesgoso y demás. Además, creo que cuando llegas a una determinada edad, lo material deja de ser importante y te concentras solo en tu tranquilidad y paz mental. Así que sería más provechoso disfrutar de todo ese dinero mientras aún sea joven. So Kim is actually talking about option A because she'd rather be young and rich and not be old and rich and not be able to do anything because of your mental and health conditions,
okay.
Right? So you are able to do more things as you talked about when you are younger. So that's the reason why she chose A.
Good point. It is true because most of the experience that we can do is directly correlated to our health. If you think about it.
It's true. Yeah.
Because we need physical movements.
Yeah.
Unless you're on those VR machines lying on your bed.
That
could be the future.
Something that you want to do in your future.
But if I have the money and the health, I would love to go travel space. I would love
Oh.
to. You know, like they're preparing for like those like travel options in space nowadays. And once it gets realized, if I have the money, I would directly go on it.
I would never go.
Would you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to
I
see
would
Earth
never.
from above?
No, I would never want to go above and beyond and leave Earth.
Really? I mean, I wouldn't leave Earth, but like a travel option. It's like a
no,
day trip.
No, no,
What, really?
no. I'll be so scared.
Of course, I would be traumatized too.
I think
But it's like a lifetime experience.
I would break.
Okay, you know what I'll do?
Yeah.
I'll video call you when I'm out there. And then you can enjoy it from your bed. How's that?
Seriously, I would break.
Would
like
you?
I would like watch the stars and like the space out there,
Uh-huh.
and I would just like break.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your
you know what
inner
I'm talking
self
about,
would
right?
break.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like something supernatural. And then
Yeah.
you would just be like, what? What's the meaning of life? What's the whole point of living?
Exactly. I would just like
Break.
be broken. I would be broken.
Interesting. So I will make sure to video call you up there. Okay, Lilith from the UK says, Aigu, difficult question again.
Uh-huh.
Can't we be rich our whole lives?
No.
I'll choose A,
Ah.
being super rich when I'm young. Well, I am still considered young, so rich now would be nice, I guess. I want to have the resources to try many different things in life while I can. This could be learning, which never stops, traveling, or even starting my own business. I just don't see myself as needing that much money when I'm old. As long as I have enough to support myself, I think it's better to use the rest for something worthwhile rather than just letting it sit in the bank account without any use.
I think you can also use money when you're old.
I mean, there are ways,
Yeah.
but it will usually be something different.
I
I mean,
like,
the content would be a little bit different, no?
of course.
Like if you're old, let's say you're in your 60s right now,
Uh-huh.
where do you think you would spend your money?
I would invest it in a lot in different places.
You could do that when you're young.
You
Why
can
would
do that
why
when you're
would
old as well.
That's kind of true. But you can make much more. I mean, you have more time to witness the outcome of your investment when you're younger.
True, but I don't know. I would feel very comfortable when I'm older because I would know.
And you'd be wiser.
Yeah,
by the time.
I would know exactly what I want when
have
I'm
a point.
old. Because right now I have like no idea what I want.
That's so true. Me too.
Every day changes. You know what I'm talking about?
And I'd buy everything.
But yeah, I mean, today I feel like, yeah, I think I could go, skydiving, and then tomorrow's like, no, those kind of things.
Well, you would still keep it in your mind. Going skydiving. What an experience.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I'd rather maybe paragliding,
Me too.
maybe.
Me too.
But not skydiving.
That's sad.
All right, last but not least message before we go into listen to a song. It is Siska from Indonesia says, Hola, hola, Juancito and Ivan Cito.
Hola.
Happy Thursday. I go hard dilemma again. First, I feel like I want to be rich at young age when I still can do many things with the money. For example, traveling around the world. But I'm thinking now, how if I was only rich at young age and become poor at old age? Exactly what I thought. It will be so pity thing. I know. So maybe it will be better if I'm rich at old age. Then I can have a peaceful retirement life and also can give better life for my kids and grandkids. It's okay. I'm not rich at young age. I still can work hard when I'm young. So I will pick B. Exactly how I thought about it.
But do you necessarily have to be poor?
Not poor.
And if poor is the option, think of having like super poor young life. Your youth is filled with just like terrible stuff. You have no friends. You don't have all the resources. You didn't get the right education.
But I don't think like money and friends have to have a correlating
I mean,
thing.
let go of friends then. You don't have the resources. You have no college fund. You have no money for everything.
That's true.
You have no proper clothing.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't that be like... I mean, I'd rather have that by the end of my life rather than like my
maybe.
golden phase of my 20s
Maybe.
and 30s.
I don't know. I
mean,
think it's, yeah.
I mean, we all have different point of views.
Yeah, we do.
None of us are right, guys. Just to make clear again.
Yeah, just to make clear again.
And
Ivan
we're
is
not
just,
fighting, just to make sure. We're not fighting. Hold on.
He's just trying to make his point.
Yeah.
All right.
But again, I always think average is the best. Like if you
Average.
have to choose to be rich at one point of your life, I'd rather just spread that out to live on an average pace throughout my whole life.
Of course.
Right?
I think everyone is thinking the same way.
Exactly.
All right, we'll listen to a song and I'll be back with more of our Stuck in the Middle ARB. The song is Your Light by Tomorrow by Together. Stuck in the Middle ARB.
I was not ready for that.
I know. I was trying to surprise you there. Anyways, you guys are listening to Stuck in the Middle ARB with Ivan right now, our Thursdays segment. Let's move on to talking about more about today's dilemma. Again, it was talking about being super rich when you're young or super rich when you're old. Only in one time, right?
And I'm going with A.
I was going with B.
Exactement.
So, we actually had lots of A's.
Yes, we
one
did.
B. I
One B
think.
so far.
We'll see what our happy listeners have to say about this.
Okay, Brenda from Ecuador says, hello, hello. While I'm young, I can make money and live well. I will not have all the comforts, but at least I'll get things for myself. If I was rich while I was young and lost everything when I was old, wouldn't that be difficult?
I know.
It would be hard to go from having everything to having nothing.
I know.
When we're old, it's difficult to achieve it by ourselves.
I know.
For this reason, I choose B.
Yes.
I want to live my last days without thinking about the worries of money.
Exactly.
And just limit myself to enjoying it.
Exactly.
That was exactly what you said in the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, like from having everything to
having
going back
nothing.
to zero, that would kind of be painful.
You know, thinking about a person, a normal person, people in general tend to not be thankful for the things that they have before. Like, for if you have it and then you lose it, then you forget it.
Yeah, we tend to take it for granted.
Exactly.
When we're young.
But when you don't have it and then you get it, it's like, oh, you're very thankful about it and you live the best as you can in a very positive way. You
Good
know?
point.
In my personal opinion.
That's also very true.
We're humans.
And to be honest, like speaking of mental health,
Yeah.
like I think it would actually be terrible to lose everything at this one point.
Oh.
Like you've been living with this kind of quality of lifestyle
For a long time.
Then after that, it's just like bang.
Oh.
I would break.
I would break too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next message, we have Elena from USA saying, hi guys, tough question. The two main arguments here are number one, young and rich, the sky is a limit. Figuratively, because there is commercial space travel now. Number two, old and rich, money to maintain a comfortable retirement. Therefore, I would choose to be super rich when old. So it's a B,
we have more
right?
B's now.
Naturally, as we age, our body starts to give out a bit, so you need money for medical bills and medications, of course. Working a full-time job may not be as easy, and there's only so much you can do or to push your body with. It's a bit of an unfortunate choice, though, because you won't be young enough to enjoy being rich to the fullest. For example, like traveling, climbing Mount Everest. I don't want to climb Mount Everest.
I do.
Swimming with the dolphins in the Hawaii. Ooh, that would be good.
That's terrifying. Swimming with dolphins in Hawaii? I don't want to swim with dolphins. I mean,
Wow, your taste and my taste like the
exactly.
opposite.
I was like, Mount Everest? That's
No.
dope. Dolphins are like, whoa.
Yeah,
whoa,
dolphins
too much,
in the
too much.
Hawaii. That was so much fun. All right, but anyways, can't be stuck in the middle, A or B, right? So,
Yes.
all right.
Another
so,
B.
Another B.
So I guess people are really worried about health conditions.
Yeah.
Especially now that they're saying our generation will live up to 100 years. We do need to prepare for our post-retirement.
Yeah.
That is true.
Imagine even though you say that like you're thinking about being like in the 50s or 60s when you say like old.
We still have a long way to go from
Yeah,
there.
you're half time to go through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think if that is the case, I would rather be super rich and young so that I would maintain my body condition to a healthy status so that I could live healthily until the last days.
All right. So
Like keep myself fully
Right,
like packed
right,
with
right,
vitamins
right.
and like all the minerals and so on.
thinking about it in my perspective, if I was young and rich, I would not be healthy. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, you would have parties every night. that else, and swimming with dolphins and losing a leg or being stung by stingrays.
You don't lose a leg of dolphins. Dolphins don't eat men.
I mean, you might think it's a dolphin. It could end up as a shark.
Okay, whatever.
Just being
Next
making
message.
nonsense.
Next message.
Raul from Argentina says, Hola, hola, Juancito and Ivancito. Happy battle day. My answer for today is A, because if I'm super rich in my young years, I can do some activities like travel to a lot of places, including kind of dangerous ones, for example, bungee jumping, seeing volcanoes, climbing mountains, doing rafting, and etc. When I reach 30 plus, get married and support my wifey and kiddos, then help with their education and still supporting them with her or him or families and kiddos. That's not possible if I choose B, on my opinion. Happy week.
All right. Very good.
So another A.
Another A.
Yes.
Okay, last message. We have Fanny Gomez from Mexico saying, I choose A. I think I can do a lot of things to make more money while I'm young to have a good life when I get older.
Yeah, that's what usually happens.
Yeah. All right, anyways, we got a lot of A's and a lot of B's. I actually
did.
have the answer in my hands.
Yes. Time to unveil the winner of today's debate.
So, PD님, drum rolls, please. Which choice of the Hoppy family pick? Oh, it's A.
Oh, so it's I'd
rather be super rich when I am young.
and rich all the way.
Yeah. We had 106 A's and 74 B's.
Are you ready to do the punishments then?
Of course.
Would you gracefully receive it?
Of course.
Tisin from Bangladesh says, punishment idea, dance to Like Money by Wonder Girls.
It's been a long time since I heard about Wonder Girls.
Exactly. That's going to be an amazing punishment idea for today.
I actually could able to dance to like this, but I don't know if I know the choreography.
Guys,
to
don't
Like
worry.
Money.
We'll make sure he does it. And upload it on our Instagram account.
All right. What is next week's dilemma?
Your lover and your best friend messages you at the same time. It is, I just got into a huge trouble. Can I see you right now? Who would you see? A, your lover, or B, your best friend?
Ooh, so it's either friendship or love.
Exactly. The ultimate question.
Ultimate question.
So you gotta make a choice between A and B and message us your choice and explanation. You can send your message through Hoppy's message board on our radio website, or you can send a DM to Hoppy's Instagram account, Hoppy0409. But please make sure to write A or B in front of your stories.
We'll listen to our last song, well, actually, the ultimate song called 사랑해봤자 Pointless by Aivan. And then I guess we'll be seeing you next Thursday, right?
I
With
will
this
see you
dilemma.
next week. Yes.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Time to wrap up part one. Happy family. Let's move on to part two. The last song we have for part one is 인생 한 잔, A Drink of Life by 정은지. Welcome everyone to the second hour of HOTBEAT. I'm HOTBEAT's DJ Howon of W24, your one and only Hodi. Let's move on to part two. In part two, we have our 3 daily segments, Ssup, the TMI Quiz, Who Knows, and also That's the Reason. Stay tuned to be able to listen to all these 3 lovely segments. The two songs we have right now are 널 생각해, Thinking About You by Yunha and 이찬혁 from Akdom Musician, and 사랑은 아무리 해도 어려워, Love Puzzle by 최낙타. Hola, Ssup. Hello everyone, how was your day today? What did you see, feel, eat, and talk about? Please do share your life stories with me, DJ Howon. Any story about your day is going to be great. So you'll tell us how you spent the day, what you ate, who you met, etc., along with a brief introduction about yourself. So let's hear today's Ssup story right away. It is Sa, or SA from Argentina, saying, Hi, Hodi. I recently watched an old W24 interview video just by chance. Okay, so we're talking about those like old W24 interview videos. I wonder what you saw. You talked a bit about culture shock in Korea and said the biggest one you had was the 찜질방. The Korean saunas. Yes, I was shocked about that, definitely. You also added that given your previous army service, you had already experienced group life, and the thought of living in that setting again made you feel worried that the other members were going to try to take you to the 찜질방. I had a laugh when Chonggil said that you had a breakthrough and ended up drinking some banana milk. Anyways, I reckon after all these years, a lot of things must have changed since you started living in Korea and got to know each other as well. Well, that's it, Hodi. I hope you have a nice day, says Sa from Argentina. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about this. Yes, definitely that Korean 찜질방, the Korean saunas, was a shock for me. First of all, because although, when you go to everywhere else, if you go to like saunas, men tend to be naked all the time. And I understand that and I get it. It's fine. But, in Korea, it's more open for some reason. And it's more natural and it's like a cultural thing to go to these places. Usually when you go to the saunas when you're like overseas, it's more of like those like It's not natural to like ask your friend to go to like, let's go to a sauna. You usually don't do that. You just go by yourself, or like, you go to relax, or you go to do some relaxation or something like that. I don't know, or make your skin better. I have no idea. There's always like an objective. You just don't go like 찜질방 just because you want to. So, and like having a shower by yourself is the most comfortable shower you can have. But I don't know, there's this thing with like Koreans that they all want to go to 찜질방 because they want to go and, get to know each other and be more comfortable with each other. I'll be like, it's comfortable enough, I don't know. It just feels too personal going to those places sometimes. I've lived in Korea now for 10 years, and I still feel uncomfortable with those places. I don't like to go to them. I actually had to go to 찜질방 once because our house back then, when I was living in my uncle's house, the house had broken. The water was broken and there was like no hot water coming out. So I had to go to 찜질방 to go and clean myself. That was like one of the most recent times that I went to go. Other than that, I've never visited like a 찜질방 with my friends. Never done that. But it's natural here in Korea to do so. I don't like it. But I did promise my bandmates that I will go with them to a sauna, maybe like a jacuzzi pool or something someday. But never done that yet. Yeah, maybe someday after this pandemic ends. But before that, probably not gonna go. Anyways, yes. I mean, there are a lot of other like cultural things and cultural shock things in Korea that I still don't get and I still don't do. But I think it's okay. I mean, I'm not negative about those places. I just don't like them and I don't feel comfortable with them sometimes. So I tend to just like, leave it out there. Be a side player when that thing comes up or something. Yeah. Banana milks, it's not my favorite drink. I don't drink it like other people do. But I wonder when was the last time I had banana milk? Well, it's been a long time. Anyways, thank you very much for the sub story, Sa from Argentina. Made me think a lot about the cultural things in Korea now that I lived in Korea for 10 years. It's different, yeah. Okay, so I guess I will be sending you my selfie through the email, Sa from Argentina. Thank you very much for the message. We're now going to continue to TMI Quiz. Who knows? Stay tuned, Hoppy fam. The song right now is Black Crown by Kingdom. From K-stars to K-culture that's now the center of the world, we solve too much information quizzes that aren't too obvious. TMI Quiz, who knows? Time to start our second daily segment for the TMI Quiz. Hoppy family, do you have the answer as we go through the quizzes? I want you guys to send in your answers through Hoppy's website, SEM message board, or DM our Instagram. ID is Hoppy0409. Remember, from Monday through Sunday, we will draw one winner among all of you who had answered correctly, and that person will get an email as a gift for getting the correct answer, being the winner of the TMI quiz. So I want you guys to check out the announcement board after Sunday's show once to see if you are the winner. Alrighty, Roo. TMI quiz who knows? Let's get started. Dun, 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 dun. Question. Last week, new Korean drama Happiness was premiered, starring Han Hyo-joo and Park Hyungsik. The drama is about class discrimination that takes place in a newly constructed apartment building in a time in which infectious diseases have become the new normal. Interesting. Today's quiz is about the star of this drama, Park Hyungsik. All right. So Park Hyungsik growing up, he always wondered why people didn't say this often. What is it? Number one is I love you, and number two is I'm sorry. Okay, so what do you think Park Hyungsik was wondered why people didn't say this often? This is either I love you or this is I am sorry. I think both are quite correlated, but I think it's just like a a thing that, Park Hyungsik was just worried about. So we'll see what the answer is. I actually have no idea what the answer is. Never heard about an interview about this, but anyways, when you do send in your answers, don't forget to add quiz in front of them, okay? We'll be back with the answer very soon, but before that, we have a song to listen to. You're My Love by Park Hyungsik. Now, moving on to That's the Reason. Time to listen to 3 songs based on a theme, HOTBEAT fam. Today we have a theme of 가을, fall, autumn in the titles. Right. So we're looking at songs that have the word 가을, autumn, or fall in the title of the songs. First song we are going to listen to is Mujin's 가을 타나봐, fall in fall. Nice song. And the second song is IU's 가을 아침, autumn morning. And last but not least, for the third song, we have 김대명's 가을 우체국 앞에서, autumn outside the post office. So, we're going to give them a listen to all these 3 songs, and then we'll talk about them after we give them a listen. Today's That's the Reason were songs that have the word 가을, fall, autumn in the titles. You just listened to 이무진's 가을 타나봐, fall in fall. And then we had 가을 아침, autumn morning by IU. And last but not least, 가을 우체국 앞에서, autumn outside the post office by 김대명's. Alright, so we were listening to the first song, 이무진's 가을 타나봐, fall in fall. This was released this year. This is actually a cover of Vibe's 2018 song. All right, so I'm pretty sure you guys heard it at least once if you are a K-pop fan. Vibe is that male duo who are great in singing. We have Yoon Min-soo in that group, right? So I hope you guys enjoy that song. I think Imujin gave that a very different kind of vibe to what Vibe, the group Vibe, was giving. So usually when Vibe sings, it's more very sorrowful and very like sad song. But when Imujin sings it, it kind of sounds like a very warm, heartwarming kind of song. You know what I mean? So I think Imujin did a great interpretation with that new cover. So I'm very glad to be able to listen to this song. I love the song 신호등, Traffic Lights by Imujin, his debut song. Is just awesome. And everyone's loved him since he was in that program. And I think he did a great job with this new cover song. Okay, second song we listened to was IU's 가을 아침, autumn morning. This was released in 2017. If I remember correctly, this album made a huge hit back then. IU did a cover of Yang Hyun's 1991 song. So the original song was released in 1991. Yang Hyun is a very famous old singer here in Korea. I don't know if you guys know the song, but the song that's 나의 딸에게, I think it's called. It's To My Daughter. It's a really famous song. And, she has a lot of other songs that are really, really famous. But anyways, yeah, this song especially, I think IU made a great remake. The album itself was like remake old songs. And she did a great of like various types of songs. I think it was 책갈피 number 2. Because number 1 was, or maybe it's 책갈피 number 1. Oh, okay, so it's 꽃갈피. Right, not 책갈피, sorry. 꽃갈피 number 2, I think it was. Because she did a number 1 with 너의 의미, I think it was called. And then a number 2, 가을 아침 was the title of this album. Or maybe it was 잠 못 드는 밤. I don't know. But anyways, she had this like 2 albums coming out. And fun fact is that she's thinking about 꽃갈피 number 3 very soon. So I'm very looking forward to the new cover songs and remake songs she's going to do of those like old songs. I really love them. All right. And the third song we listened to is 김대명's 가을 우체국 앞에서. This was released in 2021. Oh, it was the OST of 슬기로운 의사생활 2 Hospital Playlist 2. This is a cover of Yoon Do-hyun's 1994 song, 가을 우체국 앞에서. Okay, so hope you guys enjoy that. I'm pretty sure many of our HOTBEAT listeners are listening to lots of Hospital Playlist 2 OSTs, so hope you guys enjoyed this one too. All right, we'll listen to one more song before we come back with the TMI Quiz's answer. The song is 태연, an encore by SHINee. Now it is time to reveal the answer for today's TMI Quiz. Who knows? Question. Growing up, Park Hyungsik always wondered why people didn't say this often enough. What is it? Number 1 is I love you, and number 2 is I am sorry. What do you think the answer is, Happy Fam? The answer is I love you. Number 1 was the answer. Okay, so Park Hyungsik says I love you very often. Growing up, he always wondered why people were blunt and didn't really express how they felt. There's a group chat room for the drama Hwarang, the poet warrior youth, where he appeared, and in that chat room, he often says, I love you. He also likes to say, Father, I love you, brother, I love you, to his family very naturally. That's a good thing to say, I think. You know, saying thank you, 고마워, or sorry, I'm sorry, and also I love you, 사랑해. I think these are really great expressions that everyone should be comfortable doing. In my personal opinion, experience, I also had a hard time using these, but nowadays it's a little bit more comfortable than before. One of the things that I usually say these days is 보고 싶어, or like 보고 싶다, I miss you, you know, those kind of expressions. Okay, we'll listen to 2 songs before we come back. The songs are Yours by Jin from BTS and 그대여야만 해요, Always Be With You by Baekhyun. It is time to wrap up already, Happy Fam. We'll say goodbye with the ending song, November Rain by Channabi. I am DJ Howon, your Hodi, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on HOTBEAT. Have a nice day.